CodeRed selected.
What's good, guys? It's your boy CodeRed, and I am back with another one. So listen, man, Street Fighter 6 Year 4 lineup finally was revealed, and let's just say it was not what we were expecting. The leaks were here, you know, the rumors, so many things were circulating leading up to this point in time. And the only thing that seemed to had been accurate was Tifa. Tifa was the only one. Outside of that, guys, no returning characters, no legacy characters, no characters from lore. All original characters were introduced this season. Wow. This has stirred up quite a bit of controversy. You have a lot of people on different sides of this whole situation, and it's interesting. Let's talk about it. So for me, I have to say that I was more surprised than anything. I was more shocked. I wasn't upset about it. I wasn't like super excited. I could say more of anything. Now I'm in a more optimistic stage with this, but it was just shocking. But as I had time to process and think about it, you guys got to realize that. So Street Fighter 6 came out 3 years ago. And when this game was being promoted and it was being pushed, the main thing that this game was trying to do, or at least what they were trying to do in promoting this game, was introduce the idea of the new era, right? Or like the passing of the torch. They were setting the series or the franchise up for the future. So they were introducing, the idea was to introduce and promote new characters, or, you know, apprentice, or people that had direct links or significance to existing characters, right? So you look, that's why on the roster you got characters like Kimberly, you got characters like Jamie, you have characters like Marisa, Manon, Lily, you know, Luke. And we know Luke was obviously the last character for Street Fighter 5, but he was heavily promoted as not just like the new protagonist, or that, you know, he's the poster boy. He was like our main character pushing forward, right? And so when you think of that, that is why we got the game the way that we did, or how Street Fighter 6 was given to us, right, in its initial launch. So when I look at this, I feel like it's more of, this is what we intended. Let's get back to it. Because for these characters, I strongly don't believe that these characters, while I could be wrong, I don't believe that they were characters that, or at least ideas that they didn't already initially have. I just think that this was a thing where they didn't want to overload us with these characters, these newer characters on launch, and have a lot more people upset. Because the roster is full of characters that nobody know. We've been down that road before, right? So I think they're looking at it in that way of like learning from their previous mistakes, right? So when you see this, and I think it's honestly smart. I think it's smart, because you look at the breakdown, right? Between season 1 and season 3, you've had a mixture of characters. You've had, you know, season 1 where they basically brought back Luke, gave him a redesign, changed him up a bit. You had Aki, who was an apprentice, right, to an existing character. But you look at those two characters in season 1, and they were what would be considered a next generation, right? You move on to season 2, you got characters in season 2. You know, you got Bison, you got Elena, but then you got the guest characters that came in season 2, right? And then you look at season 3. Season 3 was a lot of returning characters from Street Fighter existence along with Ingrid. So I think season 4, they did the flip. They literally just said, okay, we're gonna have, now that we've had 3 returning characters, we're gonna have 3 brand new characters. It's smart. It's really smart, the way that they went about doing it. So that's what I look at that more as. You can't really say that there is not a situation where they've kind of tried to give what we want. And I think people have to understand that in these situations, you're not going to get everything you want. That's just not how it's going to work. It's somebody's going to be upset, right? That's just how it works. But it's more so of, we can't look at it as like, oh, it's what we want. It's just just because you wanted that character, whether it be Vega or whoever the case may be, that don't mean everybody wanted Vega. Because me personally, I'm not a Vega fan. Like, I'm not really into the character like that. And I'm just giving a character just to kind of, talk about the situation. But I'm not a Vega fan. So you like Vega, you got what you want, but that don't necessarily mean I'm getting what I want. And I think it's more of that situation that brings up the divide in the discussion and the frustration. But I think this was all intentional. This is all intentional when you really look at the seasons, past seasons, and the breakdowns. Pushing forward, the other thing that I look at this as it is, honestly, this is what creates longevity and replayability in your games. Because by introducing these 3 new characters, Street Fighter has been out for 3 years. Street Fighter 6, has been out for 3 years. You need something fresh. You need something new. You need something that makes people want to play, right? And continue to play. So you look at, I feel like Ingrid was that transition. And I think that a lot of people are on the similar thought process. When Ingrid was introduced, I think she shaped up this game and changed things for the future. Because now it's like, okay, it's going to bring in a lot of things that are unexpected, right? So when you bring in these characters, these are fresh new characters. Nobody has ever seen these characters. We don't know how they play. This brings up the level of replayability and longevity to a game. When you introduce new content, when you introduce new characters, you get people excited, point blank and period. We bring in, you think about, oh, we want these legacy characters. The thing is, outside of the game and its mechanics, that's the only thing that will influence the characters that are being brought in, the older characters, the legacy characters. Outside of that, the legacy characters are going to play like they are known to play as. That's not really shaping up or changing anything, right? But when you bring in these new characters, you introduce the what ifs. You introduce the, oh, wow, that's unique. You introduce the, oh, that's different. Oh, man, I love how this character plays. Oh, wow, this is a new play style. I've never seen this before. Or this character plays like so-and-so from a totally different game. You bring that in, but that also adds to the excitement. So I think that by doing that this season, has put some more time on this game. And honestly, it has given this game a new life. And I think that in the long run, this will pay off, guys. I'm sorry those might make some people angry because it's just what it is, but I do think that this was a smart move. But that's my thing. Let me know how you guys feel down below. Are you excited for this season? If not, why? And what did you want? What did you expect? Yeah. As always, guys, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. CodeRed, and I'm out of here.
CodeRed.